to another video. It's Jose Rodriguez, team leader of the TubeBuddy with eXp Realty New York, also the host of the Built From Pain podcast. If you guys haven't tuned in, make sure you check it out. And today I want to be speaking about a few things. The first thing that I actually want to talk about is environment, and I talked about this before. However, I've never described it in the way that I'm about to describe it now, and I feel like it's definitely going to make more sense for a lot of you folks that are tuning in. I'll just go straight into it. So every time that we surround ourselves with other individuals, the thing that you have to understand is that there is a specific vibrational energy, just like our electrons that we have all over our bodies, that are creating this field of energy, whether it's good energy, negative energy, whatever way you interpret it, that's you. And you as a human being have to understand that when you're around that presence, if there is more of that energy and you're aware of it, then you may be able to maintain balance and grounded. However, if you're not aware of what's happening, there is a lot of there's a big possibility that you're going to be persuaded to be doing certain things that you don't normally want to do as a human being, but you're just doing it because this is the environment that you keep surrounding yourself with, right? That's why for myself, I only have a very small circle of people that I actually hang out with, because I know that no matter what happens, I'm around the right crowd of people, because these are the kind of people that want to ascend in their life, right? I'm not going to be hanging around with people that are doing all the things that go against my values and beliefs. And that's what you have to figure out as an individual. So the first thing, obviously, and I talked about this before, is when you recognize your values and the things that you stand for, understand that your environment is a part of that. It should be a value of yours to hang around with the right people, because that is what's going to feed more life into your life, and you're going to be feeding more life into your life versus other people who are just constantly complaining about their fucking day, right? And all they're talking about is negative shit on who had the worst day. You have to understand that when you hang around these people that are taking away life, that's most likely what's going to happen to you. You're going to feel drained. Even if you could withstand being around that environment and be unshakable, you're going to feel drained. There's going to be a difference versus hanging around with people that are positive, speaking about goals, speaking about certain things that have uplifted them within the last couple days, speaking about accomplishments, right? All of these positive things here that allow you to actually contemplate, have conversations about, and even challenge yourself, because every single time that I go out to a specific event or I hang out with my mentors or my friends, I always look at them and I'm like, man, this motherfucker is killing it, bro. And I'm like, wow, obviously we're all killing it, but it always inspires me to be around these kinds of people, because I know that I have to be killing it, or else it's not going to make sense. The flow of energy is not going to make sense for me to fit in with this group. It's the same thing whether if I'm following through with my word, waking up at a certain time, doing certain things that I say I'm going to do. I know that I would be fucking up if I would be going against my values, and not just because I'm going against my values, but because if I know that this person was present in my life right now and he was seeing that I was going to put something away that I definitely wanted to do. Let's say, for example, it's get a workout by 6 o'clock, get a workout by 8 o'clock, whatever it is. And I didn't do that because of some bullshit voice that was in my head. I know that this person would be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Stop being a bitch and get up and do your shit. Versus the other person will be like, don't worry about it, man. It's cool. It's totally fine. You've been working hard. So that's the thing. When you get around these kind of individuals, you begin to not only, when you're around them, receive more life and give more life to the environment, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. But at the same time, you're building this mental construct of the idea of having them around. And now I choose to be with people with, it sounds like I'm crazy by just saying this, but honestly, I have a mental construct of my friends and my mentors in my mind. So every time that I'm making a decision, obviously I check with my values first, but I always have an understanding that I always feel like my friends and my mentors are always involved with my decisions, because that's who I learn from, right? and we learn off of each other. Just the same thing as when we're learning from books or somebody else that we look up to. You have to understand that when you're putting your mind in that level of ascending and becoming better as a person, as a friend, as whatever it is that you want to become better at, putting yourself in that position where you're allowing the individuals that you qualify to judge you based on your decisions, it definitely helps. So those are some of the positive aspects of surrounding yourself with a positive environment, because you're going to start feeding off of each other's life energy, and you're going to start ascending to different levels. And you're going to want to hold yourself accountable, because you know for a fact that if you belong to these kind of people and you're surrounding yourself with these types of people, these are the types of people that are not going to take your shit. And if you fuck up, it's on you. They're not going to be like, it's okay, man. No, you said that you were going to do this, and there's no fucking possibility that we're not going to hold you accountable for holding on to your word. So that's what you have to understand when you're dealing with environment, and that's why it's so crucial. And I always talk about environment, because it is a big part of your process of growing, whether it's in your business, establishing relationships, wealth, your health, everything, man, everything. Because obviously, and I'll even go in a little bit into health. If you're surrounding yourself with individuals that are stressing you out, and there's constant negativity being pressured onto you by all of these folks that are having bullshit conversations, how do you think you're gonna feel? Like shit. And if you feel like shit, how productive do you think your day's gonna be? Not as productive as it would be if you were hanging around these crowds of people that were contributing life into each other and growing. So that's the main perspective that I want you to understand on why environment is so important. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoy the content, make sure to click the thumbs up button, comment down below on what you think, and if you feel like a friend would benefit from the message that I have implied in this video, make sure to go ahead and share it with a friend. Also, as you know, again, I am Jose Rodriguez, team leader of the TubeBuddy with eXp Realty here in New York. For any of your real estate needs, make sure you check out the Built From Pain podcast. The Ronnie and Jose show is also featured in the Built From Pain podcast, so make sure you guys check that out. Peace out.